It shouldn't kill my computer, or at least it doesn't look like it does. Okay, let's go to this first. This was one of my friends, but it seems like there's a lot of different things going on. So, Rin Michaelis. You think people should get shot for ringing a doorbell? Okay. You think people should get shot for ringing the wrong doorbell by mistake? I've rang the wrong doorbell a few times and I'm still alive, dumbass. Well, this person is linking to time. Protests have erupted in Kansas after a black teenager, Ralph Yarl, was shot by a white homeowner for ringing the wrong doorbell. And then it goes on to say on the second part, Kansas City teen shot after entering wrong house. So this is what this guy is using. And instead of correcting it, it's saying ringing the wrong doorbell and entering the wrong house. So you think people should get shot for ringing the wrong doorbell by mistake? No. What this person was talking about is it looked like he entered the wrong house, which in a lot of cases, especially in Kansas that I'm aware of, you can shoot people like that, even if it is an accident. But he is not suggesting in any way, shape, or form that ringing the wrong doorbell is a death sentence. And you are really proving yourself wrong by the fact that you've done so many times. So this isn't really the gotcha you think it is. And then I go on saying, apparently he didn't shoot him for ringing the wrong doorbell, as I showed you. It's entering the wrong house. But even assuming that's wrong, this is where this guy is getting his information. So instead of calling him a dumbass, you really should look for something that negates it. Apparently, he didn't shoot him for ringing the wrong doorbell. It was because he was trying to open the door, which is, by all accounts, what we know happened. That's the most that we know. It was because he was trying to open the door. Dude saw a random 6 foot tall black dude trying to open his door at 10 p.m. So, excerpts from the prosecutor's probable cause statement posted online reveal that Lesser told police he picked up his gun after hearing the doorbell ring while lying down. He opened an interior door and saw a black male approximately 6 feet tall pulling on the exterior door of his house. Believing it was a break-in attempt, he fired twice after opening the door. And opening the door is he had two doors, an interior and exterior door. And if I'm not saying in any way, shape, or form that this was a good shooting, this was a horrific thing, and shit happens. But this also raises the question as to why it's news, why it's national news. Because this happens quite frequently. Someone either tries to break into your house, a burglar, something like this happens, where it's literally a TV trope that it happens so much. My uncle almost had that happen too. He was not shot. He was shot at. And he's white. He accidentally went into his neighbor's house. Yeah, that's just how it goes. Okay, Rin. That's just a screenshot. And you know what? I should have put the actual article on, but I thought because she was using something akin to, I thought she actually looked at his source, but she just calls him a dumbass. So that really doesn't help. I really thought she was using something similar because by now Time has done 4 different articles on it, and apparently I got the second one. That's just a screenshot. I don't know which source to use. I used Time, and I put it down here to make sure. And I did not criticize her on that. But she really could have just literally right clicked, reverse search, uh, put that shit on. I mean, this should work. I didn't actually try it beforehand. But yeah, Time. And it should be the exact one I gave her. Yeah, literally the same thing. So it wasn't that hard to find it. The fact that she didn't even try, oh, I am going to do this later, but the fact that she didn't even try says a lot. But she's getting into this mode where, like, everything against her ideology is wrong. And since I have this open, he thought his life was an immediate. Oh, I don't think I've even finished it. 2, you're only supposed to use a gun when your life is in immediate danger. Well, he did think his life was in immediate danger. He literally said that. That's part of the thing I sent you. And just because you can't see a weapon doesn't mean they don't have it. Literally, concealing is part of killing. And the gun is supposed to be used as a last resort. Well, to his knowledge, that was the case because he was within feet of this person who's trying to break into his house. In his vision, in his thoughts, his feelings. And that gives you the right, in Kansas, to shoot someone. I'm not saying it's good, it's understandable with how much crime we're dealing with these days. And the gun is supposed to be used as a last resort, not the first one. No. It's why Boogie got in trouble when he made warning shots when he got stalked. Boogie's case is nothing like this. He shot. I can't remember the whole story, but Boogie shot into the air, making warning shots. He could have killed someone. Stalking doesn't necessarily mean you're in immediate danger. When they get out of their thing to attack you, you are in immediate danger. So there's a huge difference between what Boogie did and this dude. You're using an apple and oranges case, and they have nothing to do with each other. And these weren't warning shots, they were shots to the fucking head, which I am surprised he got shot twice. I'm surprised I didn't fucking kill him right then and there. Like, that's how. And then I say he thought his life was in immediate danger to him. It was a last resort. And it was a last resort. Now I have to remember where I got it from. Where did I put it? Excerpts from the prosecutor. According to charging documents, Lester told police shortly after he shot Ralph that it was the last thing he wanted to do, but he says he believes he was protecting himself against a physical confrontation, which he would not have been prepared for given his advanced age. I think this dude was 80. Yeah, fucking 84. 84. And this dude who was allegedly breaking in, he was not breaking in. He thought it was his brother. And, you don't try to, even if your story was true, Yarl, this does not mean you still get to enter their house. You need to wait. You don't try to open the door. And you really, I don't know, get ways, get something. Like this should never have happened. It was literally a block down, a whole thing down. Now, it's not Jarl's fault. It's nobody's fault. Shit happens. Okay, protecting himself against a physical confrontation which he would not have been prepared for given his advanced age. Lester pointed to Ralph's size, which is 6 feet. I'm surprised we don't know the dude's uh, Lester. Lester's height. But he's 84. Oh, you kind of need a gun to defend yourself. And you're not going to be able to do that against a 6 foot 16-year-old. He didn't know he was 16. But he could have been any age and still 6 foot. He would not have been able to defend himself. If he let him in, there is a good chance he would not have been shot. There's still a good chance he was. Oh, Ralph's aunt, he's not that tall. Well, it could be a lot of different shit. How everything is stationed. I have a foot drop off of my porch, so people would look smaller to me. He could have the opposite. But even if, no matter what, tall ass bitch trying to get inside your fucking house at 10 o'clock at night, there's a problem there. It's neither one of theirs faults. And this could have been eliminated as a choice, but it wasn't. Again, mid sleep, fucking 10 o'clock at night, some big ass black dudes trying to get in your house. We cannot look at it from Yarl's side. Not at all. Protests have erupted in Kansas City and across the nation following the shooting, yeah. So, asked him to pick up his younger twin brothers. Okay. So, yeah. He. And then the Jarl's aunt. She says that the homeowner opened the door, looked my nephew in the eyes, and shot him in the head. My nephew fell to the ground and the man shot him again. How would she know this? She's literally making shit up. Literally can't prove it. The only people that were there was Yarl and Lester, the old dude. So, as far as we know, this is what we have. Now, he could be wrong. It could all be fabricated. What we do know is what we have been told. And someone is not a dumbass for using something. Just using time. And your hostility is high, okay? And then what we just talked about, 353. Oh man, I've been with my kids a long time today. Laws don't care about your feelings. He didn't de-escalate the situation. He didn't ask who is it. He didn't say go away. He used a gun as a first resort, not a last resort. It's only self-defense if your life is in imminent danger, not when you have other options. Okay, we need to go through this because it's a lot of bullshit. Laws don't care about your feelings. 100% wrong. Most laws do care about your feelings. Oh, and this is the legislature of Kansas for self defense. Same defense of a person noted to retreat. A person is justified in the use of force against another when and to the extent it appears to such person and such person reasonably believes that the use of force is necessary to defend such person or a third person against such other's imminent use of unlawful force. So that's literally, you have to have feelings about it. The law completely cares about your feelings in most cases. That's one of the only thing with the Trump case. They have to prove his intent. That's literally part of the law. A person is justified in the use of deadly force under circumstances described in subsection A if such person reasonably believes that such use of deadly force reasonably believes an 84-year-old dude with some big ass black dude trying to break into your house, that is his view, that is his feelings, is necessary to prevent imminent death or great bodily harm. And she put in imminent death but not great bodily harm to such person or a third person. The dude just needs to be able to get greatly bodily harmed. Like the law, nothing in this section shall require a person to retreat if such person is using force to protect such person or a third thing or a third person. Now, with all of that, he didn't de-escalate the situation. He did not have to. If if someone is pointing a gun at you, you do not have to de-escalate. If someone is trying to kill you, you do not have to de-escalate. You have to be able to get away safely. He didn't ask, who is it? He doesn't have to. That's irrelevant. He didn't say, go away. That's irrelevant. Completely irrelevant to anything that is being said. We're talking about the law. He used his gun as a first resort, not a last resort. Again, that's irrelevant and wrong. He did not know how close that guy was to being able to break in and kill him. Again, it's 10 o'clock at night, dark, black dude, tall dude, and an 84-year-old man. There's a lot of things that's gone wrong. It has nothing to do with race. It has to do with self-defense. And this dude felt like he was in imminent danger or imminent great bodily harm. It's only self-defense if your life is in imminent danger. I'm not sure that's completely true, but I will accept it. That's literally what happened. The law does care about your feelings. It's only self-defense if your life is in danger, even, especially if you think so. Not when you have other options. That is completely wrong. And we're talking about Kansas. If it wasn't Kansas, that you might be right. But this is Kansas. There's a literal stature, legislature. So this fucking yes. Maybe California, you're right. But in Kansas, no. I actually had to look this shit up beforehand. And then I say, actually, many laws do require intent or feelings. If you feel like there's a danger to you, there's a good chance you get off. Reasonably believes is literally feelings. Now, it hasn't been long enough for her. Oh man, it's been 21 minutes. It's only been 33 minutes. I did it at 7:44. I should get a response back, but I don't know. She's being very intolerable these days. And that's not to, yeah, it's kind of put her down, but not put down her opinions. Okay. I'm gonna check on my recording. But yeah, that's it for right now. I'll see you in the next one. I'm recording. I will stop the recording, go to the next one.